Welcome to the Women's Agency Podcast, where together we highlight women in business and their impact in the world. This show is brought to you by the Women's Agency, amplifying women's voices. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Arlia, and this is the Women's Agency Podcast, and we are in a studio. How cool is that? I'm thrilled that we are now partnered with Serendipity Labs, Cumberland Vinings, for using their creativity lab. And it is quite a blessing. They have a beautiful facility and a beautiful creativity lab. And so this is our new home. And so now I'm joined by Molly Breiding, the lab manager. Thank you so much for joining me,
Yes,
Molly.
thank you for having me.
Tell me about co-working in general, what that is, and Serendipity Labs, Cumberland Vinings.
Sure. So Serendipity is flex space. So it's the opportunity for you to start off your business just as a coworker. So you just work in any of our public areas, and then you can grow into having your own private office. And then as your business grows with a team and you begin to flourish, so do we with you. And you can have an office for one person to 10 to 20. And we're just here to help your business grow and assist you through those steps. And really the business is to hope to see you leave one day and go buy your own building and have a huge business one day.
I
So
love that.
we're here for the beginning steps. So.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed working here when I need to get out of my home office.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like being out of my home office absolutely here. Especially it's nice because when you're walking around, you find yourself in the cafe, there's someone else to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's as bad as when you're working all day long and then realize you've been talking to yourself for
Yeah, and the
way too
highlight of
long.
my day is watching the UPS driver deliver a package. Oh, there's a person.
Is there someone here?
I've
Yeah.
noticed you do have a lot of people who are using office space.
Yeah.
You have a great variety of business owners too, don't you?
We do. We have anywhere from like tech startups to lawyers that are doing a lot of like residential type of business. I wish I was more educated on exactly how to say that. We have media companies here, marketing companies, lots of startups, lots of business entrepreneurs that are just finding their hands on cool new things that they can start. Yeah.
That's great. And you offer all sorts of sizes of offices. I've seen little ones and big ones. And do you have meeting spaces too?
Yes, absolutely. We have a lot of meeting spaces, anywhere from 5 people to 40 or 50 people, depending on what you want to do. Definitely our meeting spaces are super unique to our space just because we have plenty of ways to make them super versatile to whatever event that you have coming up. So whether it's a lunch and learn or a cocktail party that you want to get your group together, maybe a workshop that you want to have, or just like a full work day with the team, just for everybody to come in and collaborate. We have meeting spaces for all kinds of different types of events.
I love that. And what size crowds can you accommodate?
Really anywhere from just a team working together, 2 people, to 40 or 50, just depending on what they want to do.
Yeah, that's great. Co-working has just exploded in the last
Yes, it
few
has.
years. And what do you see as the benefits for the people who are here?
I think what's nice about it is you don't have to, the co-working aspect of it is that you don't have to commit maybe necessarily to a full work week, always like having a regimented routine. Really, we can fill in the gaps here for you to where you can come and have that flexibility of maybe it's your work day from home because you're taking care of the 4-month-old. But then on Wednesday and Fridays, you need to come in and have like your bigger meeting days. So we offer different types of memberships that fit everyone. What we do pride ourselves in is being able to customize all of your experiences and your memberships for you, because not everybody's membership is going to fit the same. And
Right.
we totally understand that. We are seeing a big influx in people wanting to come back to the office. I think that maybe the luxury of working from home, like we said earlier, being stuck in the house and only seeing one other person the whole day, maybe a little bit of separation might work better for everyone. So we are seeing a lot more people wanting to come back. And so what we've been doing is just working with them to see what membership works best for them and customizing it to be suited for their business.
Yeah. And you offer more than office space. I mean, you have great cafe.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we host like different members events once a month, trying to get everybody to talk to each other. And just doing breakfast. I think next month for February, we're doing a sweetest pie event. We're going to have different
Swedish pie?
A sweet as pie.
Oh, sweet as pie.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to do some savory pies and then some dessert pies as well for a different
I can't pass
event.
that up.
Yeah. And so we just try to do new things. I try to listen to what the members say. A lot of the times I'm getting reprimanded for putting out cookies. So then I'll bounce back with a veggie tray. We just like to have fun. And I would certainly say that my favorite part about here is the membership. Mm-hmm. I grew up in country clubs. It's just the way that I've always known. And the membership here is what makes it really fun every day.
Yeah. You seem to have a great rapport with everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, I really like to get to know everyone and just keep updated in everybody's life. I don't know if it's just, I think it's just what I've always worked in my whole life in the hospitality. Just talk to anybody and everyone all the time.
You seem very outgoing and friendly. And
well, thank you.
And we've talked a couple of times, and you told me that might have something to do with the fact that you're the oldest of
Eight
children.
I mean,
that just like blows my mind.
Yeah. So anytime I can get a chance for someone to listen to me, it's a big deal for me because normally I have to shout my stories in any capacity.
I would think as the oldest, you can make all those siblings listen.
You would think that, but when you're Irish twins and then your mom just kept going one after another, we're also close in age until you start to get to some of our gaps. But no, it didn't work like that for me. I think it would have been different if I was a boy. They would all listen to me, but they definitely don't. No.
This is your platform, Molly.
Yes.
We're listening.
I'll let them know.
We're listening.
Yeah, I can finally corner them into listening to me now.
Tell us about the types of memberships you do offer. I know you said they're customized, but tell us about the categories.
Sure. We have co-working members, which those are, you have access to the space Monday through Friday during our operation hours, and you can just work within the public spaces. And then we have dedicated desks, which would be your next move up. And those are like cubicles in the public areas, but it's your space. You can set your printer there, your monitor, and you have 24/7 access.
Yeah, and you do. And I've seen some of those desks, they've got little lamps.
Yes, they do.
Decorated.
They're definitely customized and they're personalized to whoever is sitting there. Absolutely. And then the next step would be to go into your own private office. So we have office spaces that range from anywhere from like $699 a month all the way up to about $2,500, but that gets you up to team rooms. So we really try to keep it to where when you're in that private office space, it's per desk that's in the space rather than per person, so that we can make sure that you're paying the right amount of money for your membership rather than what the space can fit, if that makes sense. Yeah. So if we're looking for a 2-person office, we try to base it on that rather than a bigger office that can fit 5 people. So they just move up that way. And then if you want a nice window view, it's a little bit more expensive, but we also are extremely reasonable and just try to work our best with making your business successful as well.
Yeah, the customization is where it's at.
Yeah, it is.
Small business, they go from very small budgets and it increases over time, or their need for people.
Right,
space
exactly.
Increases over time.
Yeah, and we understand that really our biggest competitor is your home office. And
that's no competition. I have a lovely home office, but nothing beats being in this environment.
Right. And so when it comes to budgeting, that's where we know our biggest competitor is. So that's why we try our best to fill in the void with all of the other membership benefits. Because we have a 24/7 gym downstairs that all of our memberships have access to. And then you have myself, Susan, our owner, and then our front desk girl, Larissa. She actually just was hired on, and she is doing a fantastic job. She's bringing in local, Georgia-owned and grown materials and just coffees, different products, and is featuring them for all the members to learn about, like different businesses within our community, which has been great too.
I was going to mention the coffee because I like having all these options. I'm like,
know.
I could have this one or this one.
Yeah, we found ourselves our own barista. She used to be a barista at her last job. So, I mean, what a great way for her to come here, and she knows a lot about all that. I really enjoy at each job I've ever had. I just keep learning more and more from anybody that I work with. This is the first coffee gig that I've ever had. I've been making it my whole life, but I've never taken the time to learn about any of it.
I mean, and it's really important when you're in the office to have good coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. And not decaf coffee.
Yeah. And sometimes, for me, if it's a second cup, I'm going decaf.
We have never made any decaf coffee here.
Noted.
Yes.
Where was I going to go next? Oh, I really appreciate the fact that daily rate is so reasonable.
Right. Yes.
Because I think, as far as I've seen, you have the most reasonable daily rate. And that's the first thing that attracted me here. And then I got to meet the great people and then heard about your creativity lab. So it's been one win after the other.
Yeah. And what we've noticed too about the daily rate, it's $25 for you to come in and just co-work here for the day. We'll obviously let you pop into office to see what it's like. Our biggest, I would say, selling point here is you come in and use it. And then you give us feedback. What did you like? What did you not like? Test out the commute. We all know, being in Atlanta, that it can say one thing on Google Maps, but depending on what it actually is like, you want to test that out first too. Yeah. We figured $25 is that perfect middle ground number. We never make anybody leave. As long as you arrive in between 8:30 and 5:30, you can stay and hang out and work as long as you want. And then you test it out to see. And probably I would say 9 times out of 10, that turned into something bigger for us too.
And I did notice you said that members have 24/7 access.
They do. Yep.
Which is fantastic.
So, yeah. Once you have a membership with us, then you get keys to the building and keys to your office, and then you have full access to the space.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, you did say you try to have an event for members once a month. And any other offerings on the calendar?
We have the sweetest pies coming up, and then we're thinking about doing some type of a beer tasting in March, which is always yes.
Beer tasting in March.
Yeah. We're very excited about that. Yeah, absolutely. And then we want to work in some other classes. I used to do a lot of cocktail classes at my previous job, so that's always fun to do. And just teaching people how to use different types of items that are just on your in-home bar that you don't normally use. And then these all seem so alcohol themed, but we were also thinking about doing a tea class as well, where we make our own tea bags, and just that would be so fun. We were thinking about doing that for Mother's Day. I just think it would be a fun time.
So the cocktail and beer events, those would be like evening?
Yeah, normally we have the members wanting to cut their day short, so we'll do it at 4:30 on their way home. A good way to play hooky for the rest of the day. We give a good little excuse. Yeah, not at 11 or 9:30 in the morning. We know everybody still needs to work. I need to still work for the rest of the day.
What else have we not covered?
I mean, that pretty much rounds everything up. I would say that the biggest thing that we do here is just try to listen to our memberships as much as possible, bring in that fun. I mean, we really do try to laugh like every single day that we're here. I know I give all the boys a hard time here. We have quite a few UGA alum, and I'm from Ohio, and we just won the big football game.
You can.
Yeah.
You can
so when I get my moments,
I
can. Yeah. Just recently has this happened for me. And it's just a great membership to work for. So as I've gotten to know them, it's really turned into more of connections than I thought I would ever have here.
So cool.
Yeah, and I've even had like side jobs with some of the members' businesses, helping them with other items, like helping them with marketing or just doing some admin work for them and things like that. So that's brought like different items to my resume too, and just getting to know what everybody does here, I feel has made each of us more well-rounded and just understanding everybody's business.
That's the piece I love about having all these businesses in one building. You get that variety of people you get to meet and interact with, and possibly do referrals or
see what you can do to help. Yeah, absolutely. And we actually have a member doing an event next week. They're calling it the Shameless plug is what they're going to be doing. And they said that they realize that they go to a lot of networking events each week, month, but they don't really know what the people do that they see. And so they're going to do a breakfast event rather than a cocktail and just take turns plugging each of the businesses there. I think we'll have an opportunity to do it too, but once we open that up, I think that's kind of something that we would like to do here as well, is just see what everybody can do to help each other.
I love that. I love that. Okay, give people a sense of where we're located geographically and then how they can get in touch with you.
We are located near Cumberland Mall and the Battery. We are on Riverwood Parkway and Cumberland Boulevard. Google Maps is the only way to know how to get here successfully. Apple Maps always messes it up.
Really?
Always, no matter what. It always takes you to the breakfast joint downstairs every time.
Which is not bad.
Yeah, not a bad place to be, but not the right one. And then just to get in touch with us, you can just email me at cumberland@serendipitylabs.com or give us a call anytime. All of our information's on serendipitylabs.com website. And yeah, we're very easy to get in touch with.
Do you know the number off the top of your head?
I do, 770-765-0590.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm thrilled to be a part of Serendipity Labs. Thank you for your
having me.
Hospitality, and look forward to a long, beautiful relationship with
Me
Serendipity.
as well. I can't wait to listen.
All right. Thanks, everybody. That's it for us today. Please do share and subscribe to this podcast where we talk to women business owners and leaders, and also do check out Serendipity Labs Cumberland Vinings, and we'll see you here again next time on the Women's Agency. Thanks for joining us. This program is brought to you by the Women's Agency, a full-service podcast production and coaching firm in Atlanta, Georgia. Visit thewomensagency.com for more.